Yeah, big, 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 big.
They're very easy to lose.
That's free now. Pressure. Pressure. Go to the Lord for it.
Ma dia gitu kan, aku tahu kan yang itu kan lah. Hello? Buto ang konya ya wa sugar.
Students with low self-esteem are more vulnerable to peer pressure. They may lack the confidence to say no and often depend on others for validation. Insecure students are more likely to mimic their peers' behavior to gain approval or feel enough.
You obey.
Waiting for
No headway yet.
Yes, Jiba.
Desmo, good morning. No headway yet.
Good morning, class. What is wrong
Good morning.
in today's class? Morning.
Okay.
We are here
Doc
to
told
wait.
me he locked up his key in the car,
That's
so he
too
will
late.
send to the men for them to come and open the car so that we open the and carry the laptop.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Jimba, that means you are our mouthpiece this morning.
So he called
Jimba.
me.
Okay.
Dr. Demino called me that he locked up his laptop in the car. So the cost of
Okay.
opening the office access it. So he sent for maintenance so that he will come and open the door for him so that he will carry the laptop.
Okay. That means you are still waiting.
Wait, oh, is there no lecture? Ha, this myself. I'm not close the meeting.
Desmond, we're still waiting.
Yes, Jigba. At least let's wait till 12, then thereabout. Then we'll know.
It's okay, so no wahala.
Yes, because it's 11:22 now. So from 12, then we'll hear from him
Okay,
again. Mm.
okay. You have his number?
Yes.
It's okay, so no issue.
All right. Hello, class. Hello, class.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Yes,
Yeah, I
Desmond.
called. Yeah, I called him. Say, have resolved. He's opening the key and he's about to join us now.
Okay,
Yes.
it's okay. We're waiting.
All right.
It's okay. Ala. Eh, I asked the Kwaki okay, so
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm so sorry we're starting this class late. It's quite unfortunate. I was ready for the class early enough, but then something just came up. I drove to the office this morning, parked, and mistakenly I locked my key in the car. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Doc, we are so sorry about the unfortunate situation.
Okay, yeah, so it's just now that I've been able to open the car and then get my system to start the lectures. Yeah, so we can start our class now. Hello? Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're with you, sir.
we are here.
Can hear you. Can hear you, sir.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Just hold on. To know the number of lecture theaters, there are two. You can go there and check. Let this man take you there. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I think each of the classes. Please. Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, there was an interruption. So let's start our class. So I'm so sorry, my apologies once again, but then we are back here. Let's start our class. I'm hoping that we'll continue with the class maybe by 1 o'clock. Right? Are you with me?
Yes, sir, we're with you.
Okay, and if it is possible, I've tried getting in touch with the host. If it is possible, I may want us to have our last lecture tomorrow. Ideally, it would have been done today, but because we are starting so late, or so, if it's possible,
It's
sorry?
getting to 12 and you have 2 hours. The lecture is supposed to be over by 2.
Okay, yes. No, but we were supposed to start 10 to 12, right?
Yes,
and then 1 to 2.
Yes, sir. So
yeah, so
if you want, you can take us now till 2.
2 o'clock, yes, sir. So that we finish.
Oh, okay. All right.
From now till 2.
It's okay. It's all right. It's fine. Yeah, so we're starting our lectures today. We're going to look at communication for professional helping. That is what we're going to look at today. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Communication for professional helping. So what do you understand by communication for professional helping? Is there any idea? What do you understand by professional helping in itself? Any idea?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Chiba, good morning.
Okay. I think professionalism or professional has to do with
helping. Professional helping, not just professionalism. Professional helping.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That is offering aids. Professional helping means giving advices that are in line with the profession or the expertise aid in solving issues.
Okay. All right.
That's my little
idea. Using one's expertise to actually attend to a client in a professional manner using the professional skills or expertise. So by professional helping, it's actually a structured and purposeful kind of relationship where trained practitioners support individuals or groups in overcoming personal, social, emotional, or practical challenges. Do you understand? Professional helping in itself is a structured way. That is to say that you don't just do it anyhow. It is a structured kind of thing. By the time you go to any organization, and maybe you go to a customer care unit, there is a professional way they go about it, attending to clients. That is professional helping. It's a kind of structured kind of help that professionals actually render to what? To clients. Structured in the sense that this kind of help is not just carried out in a haphazard manner. It is well organized and it is purposeful. A kind of purposeful relationship. There must be a purpose engaging in that kind of relationship. Do you understand? And then the trained practitioners see how they can support individuals or groups in overcoming their personal, social, emotional, or practical challenges. So what then is communication in professional helping itself, or professional helping in communication? By communication in professional helping as a term refers to the exchange of information, thoughts, feelings, and intentions between a professional and then a client. Do you understand? The exchange of what? Information, thoughts, feelings, and intentions between a professional and a client. Is that definition clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So communication and professional helping actually aims at one, identifying problems. Identifying problems. Identifying the problem of who?
The clients.
Yes, identifying the problems of the clients. Because for you to actually attend to a client in a professional manner, you first of all need to identify what the problem is. It is being said that a problem shared is a problem what half solved. So in this case, yes, in this case, it is only when you are able to actually identify a problem that you can try to proffer solutions in a professional manner. So professional helping in communication aims at one, identifying the problems, what the problems are. Is that clear? Then the second aspect is exploring the feelings. Is there any question?
No issue so far, sir.
Okay. So the second stage is that of exploring feelings and thoughts. Exploring feelings and thoughts. So how does the professional and then the client, how are the feelings being explored here, as well as the thoughts? It's a question. Any idea from any of you? I said the second stage is that of exploring feelings and thoughts. So how is this being done between the professional and then the client?
I think that has to do with how the client is feeling towards the problems that are being identified, or that's the feelings of the client in relating to the problems that have been identified, something like that.
Okay, yeah. Any other view about that? Any other view? Okay, let's proceed. Yeah, I was saying that the second stage is that of exploring the world,
Feelings and thoughts.
feelings, and then the thoughts of the clients. So here, the professional tries to actually share the feelings of the what? Of the client. They try to share the ideas together. After identifying the problem, they now try to actually share their own maybe experiences and all of that. and possibly the professional tries to actually align with the feelings of the client so that he can actually be able to what? To actually attend to such a client on such a problem. Is that clear?
Yes,
Is
sir.
that understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the next one is collaborating on solutions. The next one is collaborating on solutions. So after identifying the problems and then exploring feelings and thoughts, the next stage is that of trying to see how solutions can be given to such problems. Both the professional and then the client, they actually come together in a mutual relationship, trying to see ways, the possible ways in which such a problem can be solved. This is actually practicable enough when you go to maybe organizations and then you go to customer care units or departments. The persons there are actually professionals that are trained to actually attend to clients in order to solve their problems. By the time these clients bring problems or issues or concerns, these professionals actually engage the clients so that together they can see how such a problem can be attended to. So here, by collaborating on solutions, both the professional and then the client, the professional tries to help the client in solving such issues or problems. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the next stage is that of supporting behavior change and empowerment. Supporting what? Behavior change and empowerment. Yes, because of the problem the client had, it is assumed that after collaborating on solutions, at least there are some solutions that are being given to such a problem. And when those solutions are being given to the problems, then the client at this stage is being aided by the professional in order to maybe have a change in behavior. Because the fact is that you cannot keep doing the same thing and then be expecting different results. Is that clear? Is it possible that you can keep doing the same thing for you to get different results?
No.
No, sir.
Yeah, so definitely maybe something went wrong somewhere, maybe on the part of the client. So after solving such a problem, the professional now tries to help the person. Take for instance, maybe in the banking sector, in the customer care, somebody has maybe a client, a bank customer now goes to the bank reporting that maybe money was removed from his or her own account. And then the customer care agent, who is a professional in this case, now tries to maybe check the system to see what maybe happened. Also, maybe when the withdrawal was done, who made the withdrawals and all of that. And then he tries to probe from the client what actually happened. There are certain questions such a professional may ask the bank customer. Is it that maybe you released your PIN to the third party and all of that? Or maybe you lost your ATM card and all of that. By the time the client answers all of these questions, the professional in this case tries to actually proffer solutions. He can proffer solution maybe at the immediate moment, maybe blocking such an account so that no one could have access to it again until maybe other security features are being put in place. Is that clear? Is that clear? Are you with me?
We are with you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so once that is being done, the professional now, as in the bank staff in the customer care unit, can now advise the customer if he had maybe released his banking details to a third party. He can advise the person that please subsequently don't release your banking details to anyone. It has to be confidential to you. Don't release it to anybody. Is that clear? And that is
Yes,
why
sir.
we say that at this stage, the professional tries to support the behavioral change and empower the client. Empowering the client with the necessary information. You know, information is power. It is possible that the person didn't know that by the time he or she releases such details to the third party, something wrong could happen to his or her own account. So the bank staff here, who is the customer care representative and a professional in this case, supports the client to have a change in behavior and then empower him or her with the necessary information against future occurrences. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any question? Is there any question? Any question,
No question.
or any contribution?
Afternoon, sir.
Jiba, please go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. Is it necessary or very important that your problem must be taken to the right people who are professionals that will advise you? Or rather, who will not worsen your situation, sir? Is it possible like that?
Whether taking your problems to a professional for them, that they can worsen your situation?
Yes, sir. Is it possible for that to occur or to happen?
You know, I started by telling you that this kind of help is a professional one that is structured. Why is it structured? It is structured in the sense that it is being handled by a professional. And the professional is actually supposed to do it according to the ethics of the job. Not in his own way, not the way he thinks.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If as a social development worker, you go to an area, there is every need for you to engage those people to actually know what their needs are, not what you think. That is the standard. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That is the standard. And so it is expected that when such help is coming from a professional, it should be aimed at solving your own problems rather than worsening it.
Okay.
Yes. Are you clear with that?
It's very clear, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So let's look at the characteristics of effective helping communication. Characteristics of effective helping communication. The first characteristic is that such communication should be purposeful. How will it be purposeful? It should be goal-oriented. That is being focused on the client needs. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Should be purposeful. That is to say that such help should be goal-oriented and focused on the client needs. It is not just what you think, but such help should be geared towards solving the needs of what? Of the clients. And that is why we say it should be goal-oriented. It should be focused. You need to focus on what? On what the needs of the clients are, not just what you think. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So when such help is purposeful enough, at the end of the day, the goal of the what such relationship between the professional and then the client is being met. And how is it being met? It is met by actually meeting the needs of the clients. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Very clear, sir.
The next characteristic is that such communication should be what? Should be client-centered. That is to say that it should be focused on the client's story, experience, and feelings. Mind you, the client is before you, and you are trying to see how you can actually attend to him or her to solve his or her own problems. So you can only do that by actually what? Attending to what? To his or her own needs. You need to center or focus on the story, what the client has told you. What has been his experiences? What are the feelings he has? So when it is client-centered, you don't just go bringing a lot of stories, even when they don't actually have any bearing on what the issues are with the client. So as much as possible, the communication here should be what? Should be client-centered. Is that clear?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So the next characteristic is that it should be what? It should be empathetic. It should be empathetic. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
For such a communication to be effective, it should be empathetic. So what does being empathetic here means? Yes, it's a question. Being empathetic here, what do we mean?
Empathy has to do with putting yourself in the other person's shoes. So when you are talking to a client, is how you relate so that you will put yourself in the client's shoes.
Okay, yes. As much as possible, you try to listen to the story or understand the emotions of the what? Of the client. And then you try to actually feel the way are we together? Are we together, Jiba?
Yes, sir.
We are together, sir.
Jiba is discussing.
Making noise.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So what we are saying by being empathetic here is that as much as possible, the professional needs to be empathetic with the what? With the client, trying to understand the feelings or the emotions of the client. It is only when the professional actually puts himself or herself in the position of the what? Of the client, that he or she can be able to help the client better. Is that clear? So as much as possible, there is need for empathy here. Empathy on the part of the one of the professional, so that he can be able to actually attend to the needs of the clients. The next characteristic is that of confidentiality. You need to respect, as a professional, there is need you respect the privacy and legal what? Boundaries. You need to respect the privacy and legal what? Boundaries. There is every need, maybe you go to an area, then you try to probe. You try to probe maybe into maybe some marital issues of some persons. To some extent, that may be private, except if those persons actually open up to you for discussion, or else it remains confidential and private. And as much as possible, that privacy should be what? Should be respected. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
On the other way, confidentiality here will mean that the information the client is dishing out to you, as much as possible, you should make it confidential. More so that if the what? More so that if the client so suggests that he or she wants such an information what? Confidential. You should, as much as possible, you need to what? Respect the views of the what? Of the client and make it very, very what? Confidential. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So the next one is being supportive. Here you try to what? Provide encouragement, validation, and what? Guidance. So by being supportive here, we say that you try to what? Provide encouragement, validation, and then guidance. How do you actually support a client as a professional? How can you support a client?
Well, by supporting a client as a professional, I think it's what the client needs that you will support him on. It could be a moral support.
Okay.
It can be a financial support, his problem or her problem, that you can offer solutions to him or her.
Okay.
I think the offering solutions depends on how he presents his problem.
Okay.
It can be a moral support or financial support.
Oh, okay. All right. That's okay. Any other view on that? Any other view on that?
Offering professional advice based on what the person's problem is.
Okay. Yes.
And giving the person guidance on what to do and how to go about it.
Okay. So by being supportive here, you try as much as possible to provide what? Encouragement. You try to what? Provide the encouragement. Mind you, this person has actually been through a lot, through some issues, some problems. And as much as possible, you need to provide that encouragement. That see, yes, this thing has happened, but then you can actually overcome it. And there is a brighter future for you. Do you understand? So you try as much as possible to provide some level of encouragement. It can be morally, emotionally, but as much as possible, you try to give the kind of support the person what needs. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So the next one is being culturally what? Sensitive. Here you try to respect the cultural, ethnic, and then the social diversity. How do you do this? You go to a place, maybe a community, where maybe you want to cite a project or so, and maybe you need land, and maybe there is a community what shrine in that particular land. You don't just go ahead to insist that that must be the place that should be used for such a project. You need to respect their own culture, that well, these people have their community shrine in such a place. And so you need to actually engage them. It is upon their own approval that you can go ahead to maybe confirm, maybe citing such a project on such a land, and then maybe moving the shrine to somewhere else. As much as possible, you try not to impose it on the people. So wherever, maybe as a social development worker, you go to any place, you need to be mindful of their own culture. You need to respect it, the ethnic lineage, and then the social diversity there. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Any question? Is there any question? Any question or any contribution? Okay, so let's look at the functions of communication in professional helping. Functions of communication in professional helping. The first one is it establishes a rapport and what? Trust. It establishes what? Rapport and trust. Mind you, this is a professional. And of course, the client feels that if he or she takes problems to the professional, it can be what? Can be solved. So the client going there tries to what? Establish that rapport with the professional, and then having that trust on the professional that the professional can actually solve his or her own problems. Do you understand? So the first function of communication in professional helping is that of establishing what? Rapport and trust. It is very important that a kind of relationship should be established between the two. And then trust has to be embedded in it. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next function is exploring clients' problems and concerns. Exploring what? Clients' problems and concerns. Here you try to engage the client to make him actually share his or her own problems with you, so that you can see in any way possible you can help him or her to solve such a problem. So you try to explore different avenues so that the clients can what? Can actually air out the problems, what the problems are, so that you can be able to what? Solve such problems for the person. The next function is that of clarifying client goals and strengths. Clarify what? Client goals and strengths. What could be the major goal of a client coming to a professional?
To seek for a solution.
Yes, looking for solution for a problem. So, in very clear terms, such issues or problems, the goal should be established in a clearer form so that the professional can actually know exactly how to come in to actually help the what? The client. At the same time, the professional can also help the what? The client to actually know his or her own strengths. That, oh, if it has to do with maybe kind of maybe career issue, as a professional, you can actually engage your client. I feel that you are good in this, you are good in that. You can draw very well. You can actually be a very good artisan and all of that. Do you understand? You try to actually make the what? The client see his or her own strengths, not just the weaknesses. You can, as a professional, you can help the client to actually rediscover themselves, to actually help themselves better. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next one is that of providing emotional what? Support. Providing emotional support. Mind you, this person must have passed through a lot. So coming to you as a professional, you really need to provide that emotional support to really stabilize such a person or client emotionally. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Then there is need you guide the decision making of the client. You guide the decision making of the client. Yes, as a professional, you can actually guide the decision making of the client so that he doesn't make so many mistakes that will run into some bigger problems. Take, for instance, if it is maybe in a business, as a professional in the business field, you can actually guide the decision making of your client to make some informed decisions so that they don't actually run into some problems or issues. Because the fact is that some problems emanate because people make some wrong decisions. And that is why they arrive at such problems. So as a professional, it is good for you to actually guide your clients right, so that they will be able to what? Avoid making such mistakes. And you can guide them by actually taking very good decisions. You understand?
Yes, sir.
The next one is function is empowering clients to take action. How do you empower the clients to take action? It's a question. How do you empower clients to take action?
For instance, if I'm handling the case of a woman that is being sexually, she's been physically abused by her husband.
Yes.
You can advise her to maybe report the matter to the gender section of the Nigerian police so that she will seek better action against her husband.
Okay. Yes, that is very correct. You know, they said information is power, right?
Yes.
By the time you actually give information to your clients, you are empowering them. Like the example you gave, you know, as citizens, we have our rights. And when such rights are being trampled upon, there are ways, legal ways of seeking redress in such issues. But it's possible that some persons may not actually know how to go about it. So as a professional, you can actually empower your client with the necessary information on how to go about it so that his or her own problems or issues could be resolved amicably. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So by the time you actually give out information, you are actually empowering your client. Yeah, the next function is that it helps to facilitate referrals or interventions. It helps to facilitate referrals or interventions. What do you understand by facilitating referrals or interventions?
Facilitating referrals and interventions.
Yes.
Like for somebody who is hooked on drugs,
Yes.
you can when the person comes to you, you can refer them to that session in the NDLEA where their cases will receive good attention. Or for a sick person, when they go to the hospital, maybe the doctor will send them to a specialist to handle their case.
Okay. Yes. So you can actually facilitate referrals or interventions, just as you rightly said. In the case of maybe in the hospital also, if there is a referral, you can actually help the client to actually meet the right person that can actually attend to him or her. You know, if in each organization, there are different departments and different work schedule. Now, if you go to an organization and maybe you have something, you want something to be done on your car, certainly it is not certainly it's not the human resource department that you can go to. You should be thinking of maybe going to what? Maybe works department. Do you understand? So as a professional, it is just right for you to now refer people to the right places where their own issues can be resolved. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So you can actually make those referrals or intervene so that the problems of your clients could be resolved. Then the next function is that it helps to monitor progress and outcomes. At the end of the day, it is not just about maybe solving that problem. For instance, in the medical line, by the time maybe a doctor attends to a patient, and maybe the patient becomes all right, is being healed from the sickness or so, or disease that he or she was suffering from, that is not the end of it. There has to be a follow-up checks. Do you understand? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You need to monitor the progress. Or as a social development worker, you have established maybe a borehole project in a community. So after the borehole, drilling such a borehole in the community, it is not okay for you just to leave, to hand over to them and just leave. You need to monitor the progress. How well are they using it? Are they having issues, some technical issues with it, and all of that? Is that clear? So it's very important that as a professional, you need to actually monitor the progress and outcomes of your clients. Is that clear?
Very clear, sir.
Any question?
Yes, sir. I have a small question, sir.
Okay, please go ahead.
There's one function there, clarifies client's goal and strength. So there are so many times when clients come, they will hide the problem that is worrying them. They'll be telling you other problems, feeling that you will not know. In this case, how would that issue, how would this goal be strengthened?
Okay.
Very many times when people who are very sick, let me be very particularistic. Small girls, when they attempt abortions, when they come to the clinic, they'll be telling you so many stories. But after so many interrogations, you understand that they attempted abortions or they did some abortion. So to the side of the client, not establishing a clear cause of what is worrying him, how will you, a social worker, establish a goal that will strengthen he or her own problem?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. That is the reason why it has to be a professional. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That is why such help needs to come from a professional. If it is a professional, the professional knows as you are talking to him or her, to some extent he understands the problem, what the problem is, what you are telling him. And he understands that you are maybe telling him half truth. There is something somewhere that you are hiding from him. Since he's a professional, he knows. Let me tell you something that happened regarding the issue of this professionalism. There was this a mentally retarded man that was taken to a psychiatric unit. He was mentally unstable, and it was becoming so serious. So they took him to what? They took him to the psychiatric unit. He was there for some time. Now, this was during a dry season. So the first rain, they experienced the first rain. And so when the people visited him in that in the psychiatric unit, he was discussing with them, I was telling them that, oh, see how rains have resumed. If he was at home, he would have what? Made the hips for the mother. Do you understand? Are you following me? So now, his own people now went back to the doctor and were telling the doctor, the psychiatric doctor, that it's like our brother is fine, no, because the way he spoke to us, the kind of reasoning, saying that, oh, this one that rains have set in, if he was at home, he would have made hips for the mother to plant a yard. We really feel that our brother is okay and he can actually follow us home. So he asked them, what did he say? That the brother said that if he was at home now, that the rains have resumed, he would have made heaps for the mom to plant seed yams. The doctor, the psychiatric doctor now sent for the for this guy to come. The guy came to his office. So as a professional, he only asked, it was just one test, and he got the results. He asked the man that he should repeat what he told his people. The guy repeated that if he was at home, he would have made hips for the mom to, now that the rains are back, for the mom to plant seed yams. So the doctor now, the psychiatric doctor now asked the man, this kind of reasoning, where does it come from? Are you following?
Very well, we are following, sir.
Yes, that this kind of reasoning, this is that you said now, this kind of reasoning, where does it come from? So the man was busy touching his head, right?
Yes,
he
sir.
was busy touching his head that the idea comes from the anus here, from the anus, and he was touching his head. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So the psychiatric doctor concluded that they should take the man back. The man is not okay. Do you understand?
Sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
to them, they felt that their brother was okay because they're not professional. But as a professional, it was just one test, just one. And he got the result. He got what he wanted from the man. So, as a professional, when a client comes to you and is talking to you, you will be able to decipher whether what the person is telling you is the complete truth or maybe he's hiding some things from you. From your own professional angle, you should be able to detect that so that you can actually help the person better. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So, Jiba, do you now understand clarifying client goals and strengths?
Huh?
Eh?
Sir?
I said, do you now understand that point? Clarifying client goals and strengths?
Yeah.
Okay.
Understood it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. It's all right. So let's proceed. So what are the types of communication in helping relationships? This kind of communication could be what? Could be verbal, it could be non-verbal communication, it could be what? Written communication, and it could be what? Digital communication. Is that clear? Could be digital communication.
Know about digital.
Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the verbal here involves what? Talking, maybe face to face or so. Then the non-verbal, the use of signs or gestures. Then the written, maybe writing of letters and all of that. Or maybe pamphlets and all of that. Then digital, where you can use maybe social media platforms and all of that. All of this can be explored in actually rendering, helping relationships in communication. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any question? Is there any question?
No questions so far, sir.
Okay, so let's look at the core communication skills for professional helpers. Core communication skills for professional helpers. The first is that of what? The first skill is that of active listening. What do you understand by active listening?
Pay so much attention to client's details.
Paying close attention to get details.
Paying attention without distraction.
Without distractions. Yes.
Sometimes when some people are talking to some clients,
Yes.
they may be operating their phone.
Okay.
So if you are listening actively, you should do so without any distraction.
Okay. Active listening here, you know, that is just one part of it. Do you understand? The second part of active listening is that you pay close attention, listening to your client, the responses is given. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because as you are talking to the person, there may be some responses the person is giving. It is only when you actually listen well that you'll be able to actually get it. So that is active what? Active listening. As you are talking, your what? Your client is listening. But as he's also talking, right? You listen, and then as you were talking then, as the person is listening, there may be some feedback he's also giving. If you are not listening or careful enough, you may not get that. So as much as possible, there must be what? Active listening. For the professional helpers really need to have this skill. Is that clear? We have discussed about empathy over and over and over. So I think we really don't need to talk about that again, do we?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's go to the next skill, paraphrasing. Paraphrasing. What do you understand by paraphrasing?
So not putting it in your own words, not in the exact words of the person.
Yes, putting it in your own words, but then trying as much as possible to retain the meaning, the intended meaning. Do you understand? Okay, assuming a client comes to you after narrating his or her own ordeal, his or her own story. Now, by the time the person now finishes, for you to be sure of it, you now ask the person. So you mean what you are saying is that then you now try to say it in your own words so that you actually get a clearer picture. Do you understand?
Yes.
For you to get a clearer picture, mind you, as much as possible, the intention is actually not to maybe divert from the meaning. As you are paraphrasing, you need to be mindful that the meaning of the message is still retained, is still there. Do you understand? Paraphrasing is not that you go ahead and be talking your own thing, leaving what the issues, what the matter is with the client. No. By paraphrasing, you are just trying to double check. Like that question the Jiba was asking, when a client goes to a professional and then he's trying to add or hold certain information to the professional, you try to paraphrase to be sure that the client is actually giving you the complete information and then the correct information. Is that clear?
Yes,
It's
sir.
not clear, sir.
Okay, what I'm saying is that by paraphrasing, what we mean is this. When you are paraphrasing, that same thing the client has told you, by the time the person finishes the story, you now begin to ask, so you mean what you were saying is that this and that and that, you try to say it in other way, maybe in a simpler way, breaking it down, even if it is a pidgin. Do you understand? If it is a pidgin or so, or you try to break down the language or so that the person can actually understand, so that if that was, because it's very possible that the information the person was giving you, it's possible maybe somewhere you didn't get it correctly. But by the time you paraphrase or you are paraphrasing, the person can say, no, here, that is not what I said. Here, this is what I said. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Very well, sir. Very well.
Yeah, so when you are paraphrasing, you need to break down the information as much as possible in a simpler way for the clarity to be there. But in breaking it down, as much as possible, the information should still be retained, not actually diluting it. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any other question?
Sir, you throw more light about silence.
About silence?
Yes, sir.
But we have not even gotten there. We just finished with paraphrasing. And somebody, I think it was even you that asked a question on paraphrasing. So the next one is even clarifying. We have not gotten to silence. Right?
Yes, sir.
So how do you clarify? Who actually clarifies here?
Is a professional.
So how does the professional clarify here?
As the client is talking to you.
Yes.
If there are any gray areas, anything that may cause any misunderstanding, you ask them so that they will tell you exactly what it is.
Yes. So there is every need to clarify issues is a very important skill for professional helpers. Then we have the next one, summarizing. At the end of the day, after the client maybe finishes narrating his or her own story, you can briefly summarize it. So, in nutshell, it means what you were saying is so. Do you understand? You try to summarize it so that you get the main issue out of it. Because some clients can actually narrate a lot of things. Some persons, they will come to you for a problem, but they can talk about as you have given them the opportunity to maybe air out what their own issue is, right? Mind you, some can tell you 10 things as they're talking to you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Godwin, you want to ask a question? Godwin, your hand is up. You want to ask a question? Yeah, Godwin.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Afternoon. Sir, please, I want you to throw more light on this paraphrasing and summarizing.
Okay, by paraphrasing.
No, this paraphrasing, I think it's okay. There's summarizing.
Okay, summarizing.
Yes.
Yes, I think we are actually on summarizing now.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm trying to explain. By summarizing, I'm saying that some persons, if they come to you, some clients, when they come to you for help, some of them can go ahead as you are giving them opportunity to talk to you, to tell you up to 10 things within a very short time.
Okay.
So at the end of the day,
it's a job, bro.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So at the end of the day, you as the professional helper, you try to summarize. You say, okay, so in essence, what you were saying, this and that. Do you understand? Okay. Let me give it like the example I gave you pertaining maybe stolen funds from one's account, bank accounts. Now, somebody can go to the bank, to the customer care representatives, who are professional helpers in this case. Now, they will begin to narrate their own ordeal, what actually happened, how they removed money from the account, from their own accounts. In summary, the major thing is that they removed money from that person's account. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
In summary, that is just it. But you know that some persons will go there and then begin to tell the story on how, you know, I dropped my ATM card and I had issues with my girlfriend. So I'm suspecting it was my girlfriend that took the ATM card to go and maybe withdraw the funds. And even in fact, one of my people in the village, I don't know where they were saying they will use juju on me and all of that.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, it's taking. It's taking.
So many things. But the summary of it all is that money was withdrawn without the person's consent from his account. Do you understand? So after narrating all of this, the professional helper can now ask. So in summary, what you are saying is that money was withdrawn from your own account without your own knowledge. Is that what you are saying? Do you understand? Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's taking.
Yes. So in summary, that is what summary means in this case.
Okay.
The professional helper tries to actually summarize the lengthy talk or stories into much more straightforward things so that it can be resolved. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yes. Any other question? Is there any other question?
No,
Okay.
for now.
So as much as possible, the next skill is that of giving open-ended questions. Open-ended questions. Allow the clients to actually express themselves maximally to the full. Don't just maybe bring in very rigid questions. Do you understand? You need to allow the clients to fully express themselves. So leave the discussion open. Leave it open-ended questions. Not a question you ask and then you give options. Not a kind of yes or no answer. Do you understand? At times, the client may actually need to give some little explanations, not just a matter of yes or no. Do you understand? Not just a matter of yes or no. I don't know whether you understand this.
Yes, well understood.
Okay. So let's move to the next skill, which is silence. As much as possible, as a professional helper, you need to exhibit some level of silence when your client comes to you for help. That silence means a lot of things. One, the client feels that you are actually concerned. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And at the same time, in that silence, within you, you are trying to proffer or look for possible solutions to such a problem, in solving those problems. Do you understand this point, silence?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the next one is feedback. Okay.
Can you match this silence with being patient, as in being attentive to the client to explain or to dissolve what he or she has for you?
Can you match it with a what?
It has escaped my memory now. Being patient, okay, patient, I mean, patient.
Okay, patience. Okay. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You know, if you are silent, one, it shows that you are exhibiting some level of patience too. Yes. You are exhibiting some level of what? Patience. And then the client sees that, oh, you are actually interested in his or her own case. And you are actually interested in actually helping him or her to resolve the issues. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes, sir, it's understood, sir.
Okay, yes. Your person, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. I want to say something.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so sir, my contribution will be that silence and attentive listening, they go hand in hand. And also that when you are silent, it's not as if your body language should show that you are hearing what the client is saying. For instance, when the person is talking to you, you are supposed to nod, look at them. Although in most cases, it is also advised that you shouldn't over exaggerate. For instance, a lady telling you about how she was slapped, or maybe the husband kicked her and then she started bleeding. Then you're not supposed to stand up and then start shouting, "Oh, Jesus Christ," or all of those things. But then when you are talking to someone, while you are listening, you are supposed to make the person also understand that you are not just being quiet. You are hearing what the person is saying. That was what I wanted
Okay.
to contribute.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for that contributions. Yeah, so shall we proceed? Or there's any other issue? So feedback, as much as possible, there should be what? Room for what? Feedback. Is that clear? So here are the steps or the helping process in communication. The first is that of what? Engagement. That is, first of all, you need to establish what? Contact. You know, somebody comes to you first as a client, you greet, and then you try to create comfort and then safety. Do you understand? You make the person actually feel at home, comfortable. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And you can also use very warm tone, friendly body language, and all of that. Then the next stage is that of exploration. Here you try to understand the client's problem. You try to probe. You try to probe the client so that he can actually come out of his or her own shell to actually tell you what the issues are. You can encourage through storytelling, sharing maybe feelings and then some history with the person. Then the third step is goal setting. You try to what? Clarify what the client wants to achieve. From this problem that the client has come to you, what is actually the goal? You try to clarify that. And then you use collaborative what? Dialogue. That is, both of you try to actually bring some ideas to share on how they relate to such an issue. Is that clear? Are you following? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
So the next step is intervention. Here you try to provide support, the resources needed, and then the necessary what? Counseling. You try to use motivational and then solution-focused what? Communication. And then finally, the termination stage, where you review progress, affirm strengths. Here you discuss a closure or continuation of support elsewhere. Is that clear? The review here, the determination here, you have resolved a problem, but then there may be need for you to actually do a follow-up, maybe after such a problem is being resolved. So what are the, I hope you are clear with that.
Very well.
Yes,
So,
sir.
let's look at the ethical aspects of communication in helping. We have confidentiality. We have actually discussed so much about confidentiality as an ethics for professional helpers. You need to seek the consent, informed consent of the what? Of the client. And then you need to respect the views of the what? Of the person. And that's why we say respect for what? Autonomy. That means you have to actually what? Respect the views of that person. You need to take it that, oh, that is the person's views, and as such, you need to respect it. And then there should be non-discrimination. As much as possible, you need to attend to all the clients, irrespective of their ethnic or religious backgrounds or affiliations. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then there is a need for honesty and transparency. There is need for what? Honesty and transparency. As much as possible, there must be some level of what? Honesty and transparency on the part of the one, on the part of what? The professional helper in trying to help the what? In trying to help the client. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I said that after even I told you that even when you attend to a client, that is not the end of it. There's every need you do some follow-up. Is that clear? Now, I want us to look at a case study here. Here is a scenario. A single mother who is overwhelmed due to what? Job loss and eviction risk. Do you understand that? We're trying to look at a case study here, and the scenario we're bringing forward is that of what? A single mother who is actually overwhelmed. Overwhelmed with what? Due to job loss and eviction risk. This lady is a single mother. I think you know what that means.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so a single mother who has lost her job and then stands to be evicted from maybe the accommodation she was having. As a professional helper, how do you help such a person? So using professional communication, helping, you can try to what? Build rapport with the what? With empathy. Assuming the lady has come to you for help. Do you understand? Mind you, this person has, this single mother has suffered from what? Job loss and stands to be evicted from the accommodation he was enjoying. Do you understand? So you need to know that emotionally and psychologically, such a lady is down. As a professional helper, how will you actually help such a lady? So we're saying that the first thing you need to do, you need to actually build rapport with the lady with empathy. You need to actually put yourself in the position of that lady, what she's passing through. You need to assume for yourself what it feels like being thrown out of a building. You need to put yourself in the position of that lady, trying to imagine what it means losing a job. Do you understand? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, the next step, you try to explore the emotions and stressors. How do you explore the emotions and stressors here?
So the question
Again,
again, sir.
I said the next step, that of exploring emotions and stressors. So how do you explore emotions and stressors here?
Okay, sir.
Emotions and
Here,
stressors.
how to explore emotions and stressors is after building a good rapport and with empathy, you now start asking her to tell you. You dig deeper into her relationship. Okay, she now asks you. No, you now ask her, okay, you are a single mother, so where is your husband, or better see, where is the father of
the baby?
where is the father of the baby? So from there you will know that okay, this is where her problems are coming from. She also lost her job. You ask her details about her job, so you'll be able to connect and then know why she lost her job, and then why her husband, her supposed husband, or the father of the baby is not with her. You also try to know where her accommodation is, and then how soon she is supposed to be evicted. So with that, you'll be able to explore her emotions and then know her stressors as well.
It's okay. Thank you very much. Yes. So by this, by exploring emotions and stressors, you try to actually dig further to really understand what the issues, how emotionally the lady is. What are the things that actually led to maybe loss of the job and all of that? And the stressors here, you know, if it is an accommodation that one is not maybe the kind of accommodation maybe you're supposed to get, you know, there are some persons that will actually go for maybe apartments that are actually more costly than what they can afford to pay. Are you there?
Yeah, we're here, sir.
Yes, sir, we are here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, the network went so bad. So what I'm saying is that some persons could actually go for maybe some apartments that ordinarily they can't really afford. So you try to maybe dig further to really know the kind of apartments. And then emotionally, what could be the emotional issues surrounding maybe this job loss and all of that? So if it is incumbent on the work on the development worker who could be a professional helper here in trying to explore the emotions and then the stressors in this lady. The next one is helping to clarify goals. That is finding shelter. You can try to look for a way of maybe finding Is that clear?
I think I didn't hear the last thing you said, sir.
I said helping to clarify goals.
Yes, sir.
Here you can help you clarify goals through trying to see how you can find shelter or another job for this lady. Is that clear? Then
yes, it is.
There should be a collaborative plan of action. As both the professional helper and then the client, they will try to explore ways on seeing how they can actually solve such a problem. And then if the problem is being solved now, you try to monitor and support progress through regular check-ins. That is, by the time maybe you help this lady to actually maybe find a job, another job, or find another accommodation or so, you don't leave the client at that level. You try to do a follow-up on checking on that client. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Any question? Is there any question? Is there any question?
To my ends, no questions, sir.
Okay. I will want to end this class here for today. I'm strongly suggesting that we should have our last class tomorrow. So what time will be convenient for you tomorrow, Saturday?
Okay, sir. I will suggest that tomorrow is sanitation. So it will be good if we use those times, if particularly if we don't have anything to clean, maybe from 8 to 10, so that we can attend to other issues as well. I almost said 7, but then
okay, 8 to 10.
8 to 10, 8
7
o'clock
to
to
9. 7 to 9.
7 to 9.
Yes, sir.
I support 7 to 9.
Okay.
Seven is too early.
So 7 is too early. So if we are not already having majority of people saying 7, then they should also shift grounds, and then we say 7:30 to 9:30.
Okay. Well,
why not?
Can we just work towards 7 to 9?
7 to 9, sir. 7 to 9 is the best.
That's the period That is the period for sanitation. So can we use that? Since
Yes,
we can't
sir.
do any other
I run
thing,
down.
can we use that period for sanitation?
Yes,
It's time to
sir.
close. Can we close?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll be
This is my
meeting
last
tomorrow
line, so
7
move.
to 9.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir.
7 to 9.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
What
so
time now?
much. So see you
Finally, sir.
tomorrow.
By 7,
Yes, 7 to 9.
it's okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Thanks so much.
There was light at the summer. So it's fine. See, we need to close. It's time to pull out. We had agreed pulling out by 1 o'clock. It's already 18 minutes past 1.
Host.